getting strong. In the cup, I belong. Give money for the set. Hold it down while you go.
www.love the number 2 jamradio.com is going down. It's cool. We're gonna wake them up. I'm comedian Rillos. This is Real Rillos and Corn. Mr. Corn is not here. He has personal matters he had to take care of with his brother. Y'all keep him in his prayers. Just can't say much about it, but just
we miss you, Corn. We love you.
But he just up there basically taking care of family. But he should be back next week. Miss Lovey's in the building. Say what up to the people.
What up, motherfuckers? I'm wearing my Positivity is Ruining My Life t-shirt for you, Corn.
Hey, Corn, you still here. Super size.
Best billboard in the city. So hate, man, of course.
We got D Black in the building.
What's up?
What's up? What you got going, man? What you got?
Man, got a couple things going.
I'm gonna start working his ass.
Before we get to drinking too much, I'm gonna say I appreciate you sliding in for Corn.
It's all good.
It's all fam out here. Yeah. We got my brother Nasty Knowles in the building.
Hey, big Nasty.
He ain't say nothing. He just kind of waved. And we got Miss Britt then came through to check things out here. What's your radio name? Because I don't want to just be putting your government out there.
There you go.
I mean, I just go by Brittany E.
Oh, say it again.
Brittany E.
Brittany E. All right, we can do that. Brittany E. It's a small world. I actually know her from. She used to be.
What's up with you and Brittany's?
I don't know. It's just a small world.
Okay.
Because I didn't.
There's a lot of Britneys in the world.
I didn't know it was actually.
It's the era.
I didn't even know it was the same Britney. Remember Cookie that came by and did an interview a long time ago?
Mm-hmm.
They used to do the radio show in the mornings on Saturday mornings. She was actually her co-host. But I never knew it was the same two Britneys.
I was fat back then. He's trying to be nice. Don't let him fool you, okay?
Show us a picture.
Nobody got time for that.
You gotta go back to MySpace to find one of them, huh?
Come on, man.
Not that far.
Right. Blackplanet.com. You can find it there.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah. She's like, I still have an active subscription on Black Planet. Is it still up? I don't know.
Black Planet.
I'm sure it is.
It probably is.
It's probably people still on MySpace.
The white people probably bought it now, though.
It is people still on MySpace.
Ain't nobody on MySpace.
I think it's people still on MySpace.
It is.
I logged into my shit the other day.
I knew it.
What?
Yeah, I remember my password.
Oh yeah, if you know that password, they gonna let you in.
I knew MySpace was out of control when they started letting people put their own theme music up when you go to their page.
That should be live.
Okay.
That should be live to you. That be the only person you live to is yourself.
Dang, you hear that song is playing? That's my shit.
I used to put my music up there though.
Now, if you can do that on Facebook with like what the artists have right now as far as their music, and you go to their page and their music just automatically start playing, that'll be dope. But I don't know if they got it like that on Facebook.
No, I don't think so.
Somebody that might be $1 million idea right there. That's auto stream.
Right.
So yeah, I want to get to tonight's topic. I know we got short on time. We got to get up out of here. There's just a lot of stuff that be going on before the scene, during the show, before the show. I didn't know what he was doing.
Me neither. In my mind, I think he thinks that he's like ducking out of the camera, but the camera is like the whole room. So really, it just look like you like tiptoed across the room with a motherfucking
We got some good ass cameras, man. So they zoomed in on your brain.
What y'all not gonna do? Y'all not gonna do my podcast.
Let me should have zoomed in on a cigar. Like,
I was like, what is he doing? Like,
question of the day, what he smoking out of?
Right.
Is that a Black and Mild? Is that a Swisher?
That nigga chicken walked all the way to the can from the corner of the room, bro. Nigga, that shit was funny.
All right. Hey, just forgive him, man.
Indiana shit.
He's like, yeah. All right, y'all. So,
oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
We about to have a high.
You gotta take a shot. It broke.
Nah, I'm good.
It
So tonight's show, one of the topics I want to talk about is, and this is already on my mind, is rules to the game.
Rules to the game.
And rules to when I say rules to the game, it's rules to the game for, I feel like the people who committing the crimes. It's not you, D Black. I know you crime partners.
I don't do no crimes, bro. Everything I do is legal.
Like it's just certain
It's
stuff.
all the
Says
name.
he in a crime partner's
It's
t-shirt.
all the name.
Like it's just certain stuff you don't do.
You need a paper towel?
And I thought of this the other morning when I saw some shit that was out of line, but then it reminded me again right before I left the house. The news was on, and some guys had robbed a 72-year-old lady and pistol whipped her in the parking lot.
Come on, man.
Like, it's rules to the game. If you gonna jack somebody, jack me. You ain't got a pistol with me. If you got the pistol and I don't have mine, you won.
You got it, dude.
What I'm arguing with you for, and it's two of y'all.
Right.
Both of y'all got pistols. It's me and my grandma. And y'all pistol whipping me? And my grandma?
Not
Come
my
on,
grandma.
man. Come on, man.
Not with a granny.
If somebody pistol whip your grandma, you probably gotta die that day.
Yeah, because you can't, especially if you ain't get pistol whipped.
But he was getting pistol whipped too.
Okay, because that's different. That's different.
I'm coming to find you.
Yeah, because it ain't.
That's embarrassing.
It is. Me and Granny was at the store and got our ass
Granny
whooped
gonna be
together.
more and more embarrassed than you.
He let me get my ass whooped.
Granny
probably
shit.
Yeah, she probably be talking that shit.
Motherfucker, let me get my ass
That's right. With a pistol. Right.
He probably got in the car. Granny, you be talking all that shit at the house. Why you ain't help me, Granny? That's what he would have said.
You know what? I saw something, and I was going to bring it to the Real with Rillos, show to see what y'all thought about this. It was an Asian dude, and y'all might have seen the story. And he killed, he followed and killed a little black boy. Mm-hmm. And he went to jail. Mm-hmm. And he got out on a $100,000 bond.
He got out
on a $100,000 bond.
Why they even gave him a bond? Is the question.
10,000.
And he got
the little boy was black.
10,000.
10K.
But Black Lives Matter, though.
And they all looking like so it's going to be hard to find them again.
You childish. They had found him already.
To Korea.
Oh, so they called him?
Nah.
Oh, he probably ain't he just went about his normal life.
I think he's not Korean. The other one.
Vietnamese.
His last name Win, so
it's a toss up. Either way, he's not white, he's not black.
So
he's Asian. And they just did this Asian American hate crime thing. And I'm like,
what about us?
He don't even care.
So
to the D black.
Stop Asian hate.
See, stop Asian hate.
But they the ones hating on us.
Exactly.
We've been new. They didn't.
But my question, my thing is, let's be real.
10K.
I don't shop.
That's where I'm at. Is that how much a black life worth? A little boy's black life? 100,000.
No, that's 10,000.
I know what it is, but I'm just saying, like. It's 100,000.
You ain't got to pay.
He's
not what they got to pay. It don't even matter.
There's no amount to that, so
that's
there's
my
no
point.
bond.
That's my point. The fact that he got a bond, period.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people out here that should not have bonds
but
at all.
But it's people killing. It's black people killing black people, and they get out on bonds.
Yes,
multiple bonds.
But we talking about a person, a man killing a child. Let's take away the race and just say a man killing a child.
Listen, they let the nigga.
First off, they don't feel like we're a human being.
Exactly.
They don't feel like black people are human beings.
Listen,
so to them, he did them a service. Oh, it's just one less one walking around growing up to be an angry black man. We got to worry about.
What about the unangry black man out here? We all ain't angry.
I didn't say that.
Some of us just look angry.
I said that's how they feel.
Then they should be angry. Niggas, if you a black man, you should be fucking angry today.
If you a person on this earth, you should be angry at all times. They killing people all over this world for stuff that they not doing. Like, it's people not doing nothing and dying every single day. Like if I care about Black Lives Matter. I am black. When I walk out the house, my life is on the line. But there are a lot of people who don't even have the privileges we have as far as walking out the house. We got freedoms over here. If I
fought for those.
Me personally, I'm a Christian.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate your service.
Thank you.
I'm a woman out here.
So if I see something going on with other Christians being killed over there, I should be bothered by that.
But they're not Christians though. They're Muslims and other people.
I'm just saying
that they're people.
I'm fucking with Boris right now. Y'all gonna let me fuck with Boris because I ain't seen him in like a month. So he gonna get these jokes.
It's lives on the line. Like if it's somebody's life on the line, there shouldn't be no bond at all. Like it's just if they kill once, they kill again.
But then
even if it was an accident.
Let me give you an example. I seen a
isn't
story of
murder
the.
constituted?
Is somebody gonna take this? You got my arm fucking waving. No, she just gave me it. What? You see my hand?
What you were saying, Larry?
Come on back across the street now. Come on back across the street. Come on back.
Did you lose your thought?
No, yes. I did not actually. What I was saying was there was a story, because this shit stuck in my head. It was a story about a woman who walked in and her boyfriend was molesting her daughter and she killed that nigga. Killed him right there.
She lost her mind.
She's innocent.
She's innocent.
She's innocent.
But according to what you just said, though, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said that to say there's certain circumstances where when somebody kills somebody, we want to be like, well, damn, you know.
Jesus is very forgiving. He forgives all sins already.
Okay.
It's just because the sins are forgiven, but you still have to pay the penalty.
Jeebus.
Like you still have to do your time.
Okay,
it ain't about whether you did it or not. We understand that you did it, but you have to do your time. That's what it's about. You still, we forgive you. We forgive you the day it happened. That's why a couple years ago, when that white lady killed that black man in his apartment, the family went up and hugged her at the end of it. People thought that was weird, but they forgave her because they could have held on to that. But that bitterness ain't gonna do nothing but eat your own self up.
We talking about the bond, my nigga.
That's why it should be no bond.
She was out on bond.
It should be no bond.
Oops.
Lorena got out in
the instant with the daughter, that's your daughter.
But she's still gonna do the time for her crime, regardless of how justified it is.
But she's not gonna do. She shouldn't do her full time. Or in that instance, there's always the option to show compassion. There's always that option.
The gray area.
Now, when you meet a judge that does that,
area for a bond for killing a kid.
No, we not. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the one where you said the guy when she walked in on the guy molesting her daughter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now that's where you show compassion because you see the whole situation. What would you do? What would anybody do in that situation? Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes down to this, is what everybody would do. If my daughter walked in and somebody was on me, I expect her to go upside their head. Like, it is what it is. If she knock them out, she knock them out. Because in that instance, it's defense. You have to defend it's self-defense.
Natural instinct.
Yeah, no, it's self-defense.
Right. And he gonna say what he felt threatened by this little boy that he followed and killed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's not gonna have the opportunity to say that.
No.
A lot of times, I think officers shoot to kill because they can't be tried by a living person. It's basically me up against the system. If they shoot you in your leg, you can come back and sue because, hey, I didn't really have nothing. You thought I had something. You shot me in my leg. I'm still alive. Now the whole police system owe me. You know what I'm saying? And then they start losing money and getting defunded. But if they shoot to kill, then it's like, all right, it's up. They know we gonna march. They know we gonna get out there.
Right.
But in the end, it's gonna go to trial. They gonna convict whoever did what. Some time is gonna pass, and people gonna slowly start fighting for a different cause. It's a routine, and they got people in a cycle. That's why a couple weeks ago on the show, I said it's crazy how all them white folks ran up in that Capitol because they was about what they was about. But we over here, we marching and stuff. But all we about what we about because they willing to run up in their stuff, and we ain't running up in nothing.
We just marching down the street.
Yeah, we marching down exactly. So not to say that to start a war, it's like we be so distracted with trying to get this money that we forgetting that we at war right now. Like the killing ain't stopped. They just keep swaying what we think about. You look all over the world, there's so much shit going on that they just ain't telling people about. California about to be on fire again.
It's summertime.
And it's starting earlier. Usually it started a little bit later on. They start like 20.
Too. When it started, all the fires and the mudslides, it just get real nasty, like falling apart.
That shit stink.
It's nature.
Yeah, it's
it's literally nature. Like people build houses in nature and get mad when nature happens in nature. Don't fucking build your house in an open field where the sun shines 20 hours of the day. Like the fuck, direct sunlight and dry grass.
It's been people doing dumb shit for years. Everybody read the story about the wolves and the 3 little pigs. You know not to build your house out of
sticks. Different stories. 2 different stories.
What?
The 3 little pigs.
Don't build your
They all build their house. One built out of straw, like you building your house. If you build it in the forest, you build it.
You talking about the same wolf that was following Little Red Riding Hood that ate his grandma?
No. I don't know if that was him. I don't know if that was him.
Look, that was your cousin.
No, that was his cousin. My bad.
That was your cousin from Detroit.
But that's not
cousin from Indiana. He was from Gary.
Y'all get off the homie, man. Homie just trying to be on his best behavior.
You gotta doing this shit, man. You gotta cut that shit out.
Okay.
But that's on, like, you gotta, if you're gonna live somewhere, you at least look it up. Let me see what it's about. Why would you build a house and you know it flood, right? It's gonna flood right here on May 1st every year. You're gonna build a house and try to collect flood insurance. They ain't fucking with you. Exactly.
You may get it once.
They told you when you bought the house, like, this shit about to flood.
Yeah.
And you buy it anyway. That's like building your house in the middle of a forest that's more than likely gonna catch on fire when one nigga throw a cigarette out the car.
Thank you. I'm just saying, it's like when people go deep water diving.
I want to know how they track the nigga down and throw the cigarette out the car. Because they done caught a couple of them.
I watched the movie. They got a new movie called
Smoke Jumpers. Fire all the way back to his cigarette butt?
Listen, they got a new show, or a movie with Angelina Jolie called Smoke Jumpers. Did you watch it? You watched that shit?
I saw Those Who Wish Me Dead.
Oh, I saw that too. That was good. I liked that movie.
Oh, yeah. She always got a problem, though.
That's what she good at acting like.
She got a problem in real life.
She always got a problem in real life. So.
Right. But that fire, I said that Fire Jumper movie was about the California wildfire and how they jumped. Yeah, they jumped down into where the fires are to try to put the fires out and keep it from spreading whichever way.
Yeah,
right. And the movie starts like they got these silver suits that's like not suits, they like bags. Mm-hmm. And the fire got too big and took over control too much, and they supposed to just get in these bags and like wait it out and cook like little rotisserie chicken bags.
I'm sure they done did the science and that shit worked, but
hell no.
I just
after 2 minutes, nigga, I'm out. Hell no, nigga, I'm rolling. I'm trying to roll out away from the fire. They get in my little bag, and it's silver. It looked like a little, Tupperware thing. Like you gonna cook your ass in there.
All right.
Sorry.
I don't want to get past this rules to the game because niggas be doing some foul shit, but cops
too much going on here.
Cops be doing some foul shit too. The other morning, I was headed to my work at 5 a.m. and these cops was under the freeway already stopping cars.
That's early as hell.
Like, you have to stop when they're under the freeway?
Yeah, you gotta stop because
I don't.
At 5 a.m. That's what I'm saying.
I don't care what time it is. People not rushing at 5 a.m.
People ain't even really waking up. Like, who you trying to catch at 5 a.m.? Like,
first of all, you not catching nobody if you outside your car.
No. See, they done got smart. What they do is
have a nigga outside.
Yeah, they have a nigga. They have two niggas outside on both sides. So stop. And then there's another car sitting in front with the lights on, just waiting to chase a nigga.
Oh no!
What?
Yeah, it's 2 cars. The cops are there, and then there's another cop sitting in the car in front of that one. So if you take off, they just say, "Hey, that one." He gonna chase them, and they gonna hop in the car and follow them.
I'll pull over then, but you not finna get me on foot, nigga.
I remember one time.
Fuck that, nigga. You on foot?
One time,
you talking about something? Be like,
one time,
I'm gonna be waving back at that nigga.
I was coming under the freeway, and my tags was bad, and the cops was under there, and I was like, "Oh shit." And all of a sudden, they stopped the car right in front of me, and I just rolled on by. I was like, look at go. I let my window down. Thank you.
I just feel like if you...
Did you tell the police thank you?
No. I told the person who got stopped, thank you.
Yeah.
They did it.
I just feel like if you're on foot, then you're just making suggestions. I need you in your vehicle if you want to check. If you want to get me,
because they have the badge, you gotta respect them.
Fuck that! I don't see no badge.
If it's only one car there, I might go.
I'm I'm not.
Hold on, Lovey.
I'm not stopping.
Didn't you not stop before?
Yes.
And what happened?
They fucking came and pulled me over, but they wasn't going to get me on foot. Is what I'm saying.
But
and then when he pulled me over, I told him I have issues, sir. You're like I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm a veteran, sir.
Now I understand. Now if you got something going on in your car and you got to get rid of some evidence real quick, I understand.
You know I be high in the car.
Now, I understand that. But if you just got a bad tag and you want to run from the cop because you don't feel like pulling over,
I don't got bad tags.
Yeah, them ain't our problems.
Be real good
but
when you smoking and then bad.
That's the only thing that you can possibly stop me for at 5 a.m. in the morning. You can't see in my car.
Now all you gotta do is hit him with that tough cough and be like, COVID, I'm going, I got the COVID. Stay away.
He gonna be like, don't worry.
He
gonna be like, don't worry, I got my mask on.
Niggas know that shit don't work. They don't got no N49 masks. They don't. Black, they N49 is the only ones that stop it.
I don't know what N49 means.
Them the real masks, not the little cloth ones that my granny had made and sent me.
It's the one with the vent, right?
I think so.
I don't know.
Here you go.
We all don't know.
Go ahead. It
just sounds fancy.
This is what it was called.
Have y'all heard about this senator?
Okay.
He was voted for in East Texas. Oof. He went and asked them. He's in charge of the Bureau of Land Management.
Mm-hmm.
He asked the government if they could somehow move the moon to affect the climate change.
Before I even I was smoking that
smoke. Like this is somebody East Texas. Like people voted for this guy. Man. He asking them,
man, stop making this look bad.
He asking them, can they move the moon so that so we can save the forest?
Okay, so
well, let's talk about it.
Here's my take on that.
Come on, sis.
We have space troopers. So if anybody,
it sound weird. It's true, but it sounds weird.
We got a space force.
Very true.
We got a whole force.
Yeah,
we do.
A whole space force, and we're not the only ones. Like Russia got one.
I wish it was the Star Force, but we'll take it.
And I'm just sitting up here like, well, what the hell is we defending? Because we got a lot of land down here. So up there, what are we fighting?
They not.
What are they keeping us from? Because now I'm starting to believe it's a conspiracy.
No, what it is?
You gotta know there's
what it is
out there.
You have a certain amount of people that always want to know more, and they want to be the first to learn it. What you feel?
I'm people.
So what people fail to realize is a lot of stuff is right in front of you. Your eyes just ain't been opened up.
Yeah, movies. E.T.
The vaccine was hit.
Thank you, Steven Spielberg, for continuing to paint history for us for 20 years plus. Started with the other purpose.
Think about it. Over the years, and this is somewhat coronavirus related. Over the years, when there was a big pandemic or something, they created a vaccine. The vaccine took a couple years to come out, but once they got the vaccine out, they began to distribute it and give it to children. This vaccine this time was so rushed. Like it didn't take years or anything, but they found it.
I'm not taking that shit.
What I'm saying is they found it, which means it was already here.
Everything is already here.
I just want to know what
told you that.
Look,
CB did say that.
How many COVIDs do we have? If this the one that affected the world was the 19th version?
Yeah. No, this ain't the one that affected the world. Like we've had multiple ones. They was using it on people. It wasn't just like I said a long time ago.
Last 19 is the one that worked.
I feel like they messed up.
They had a couple other ones that worked too, but they was using them in previous wars. Now it got out of control.
They messed up with this one because we're so much healthier than
or at least
what
aware.
they expected us to be. Because they expected us to not have health care and be able to take care of ourselves.
And by us.
Black
people. But even just look at some of the stuff that happened. Like a few weeks ago, a guy had a variant from Africa. He hadn't been to Africa. Nobody had even came from that part of Africa to be in Houston, Texas, but he got the variant. So that means it's not coming from Africa.
Right.
It could be here, it could be there. It could just walk up on you if it's that crucial.
You can't even get into Africa right now. It was like, hell no, beach niggas, y'all stay out. Right.
You know, another thing about the vaccine, they have not distributed one vaccine in Haiti.
They don't need to.
They don't need it.
No, it's people. The other countries who haven't been vaccinated are starting to pick up on the virus.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. People are like
the people that already come from other places are coming there with it, which is why they tried to be more stringent with how many people are coming there. But a lot of their economies are based on tourist dollars also. So it's like they can't sustain their lives, you know, without some kind of people coming in. It's not them there. If we didn't go there at all and didn't fuck with them.
A different way.
I'm not.
Everybody had a whole year to figure out how to get some money a different way.
Facts.
All of us.
COVID was a reset button. Right. Like any problem that you came through COVID, look at how that problem got solved. Even if it's a problem that you didn't even know how things was gonna get solved. Like even in my house, I'm like, shit, we got bills to pay. Shit gotta stay on. These kids gotta eat. But still continuing to work one job, everything still got done. And I done ate better in the last year than I done ate, you know, in the past 34 years. So I'm like, yeah, I needed COVID. I lost a couple people. I lost a couple family members, but those family members were people who weren't taking care of themselves. It's people who tried to kill themselves in the nursery home because they was just sick of life. Like, so COVID took them out, but they was trying to take themselves out. So instead of your family having a fight to watch you pass, COVID takes your life peacefully because he didn't struggle going out.
God damn. Boris, that's a little dark.
It's not dark. That's not dark, but it's going to happen regardless. That's acceptance.
The world, like I think, the world needed to reconfigure how they see the world. You know how God will unveil some stuff to you, you know, and I think everybody just needed a wake up call. Like we are bred to find a career. What's your occupation? Mm-hmm. Go to school. Like we are bred from children.
Kids don't fall for that. Go to college.
They separate us and tell us, "Oh, this is what you're capable of doing, and this is the capacity you have it." And I think a lot of people get stuck in that. And, you know, then you have a degree or you have an occupation, mm-hmm. and then 10 years later, you're looking like, oh, what I'm doing with this.
Right.
Then COVID,
and you're not fulfilled.
You're not fulfilled.
Right.
COVID happened, and you sitting up there like, oh, I've been sitting at home, and I got all this stuff, and then made my money more than, duh. That's the trick.
But
I think that what you're saying is like there was an optimistic side to COVID, but ultimately, I kind of look at it as if we peel the veil back on the bigger picture, I feel like this was an attempt of the world for population control, because the rate that we are reproducing, not just in America, but around the world, is affecting the actual environment itself. Like we don't have enough natural resources to sustain the amount of people at the rate that is going on. So I kind of lean towards that kind of an outcome where they did this you know what I'm saying? And it targeted older people who are a strain on the economy, you know what I'm saying? And their lives are now longer than what originally was. Like people are living longer now because they know more. So they're like sustaining the economy. It's not set up for this many people to be this old for this amount of time.
I think with COVID, I think if 1 million people died a year ago today, even with COVID passing, I guarantee you the same amount of people died the same day. It wasn't, COVID didn't take it up by millions and millions.
Yes, it did. On a worldwide scale, it did, bro.
No, they just started counting them numbers.
My nigga.
Look, they were saying people died of COVID. As long as you didn't get shot or you didn't come in here with holding your arm in your hand like this, you died of COVID.
They did do the numbers like that.
When they say you died of COVID,
this year they're doing actual numbers.
When they say you died of COVID, basically what they're saying is you wasn't healthy enough to survive it.
I wouldn't even say healthy enough, more than
that's the only
thing. 80% chance.
And also, it was like a purge, like a getting rid of like DNA, like certain not buildups, but makeups, like your DNA, your structures, like to where you're responding to this disease, and it's like Darwinism, basically, like survival of the fittest. Period.
If that's the case, there's nothing you can do about it but just live, because they gonna find something inside of you. They know everything inside of you when you're born.
But not everybody got
Everybody was born in a hospital for the most part. Everybody that had blood.
Not everybody was not.
Everybody that had some form of blood test.
Yeah, but everybody's DNA on this earth is different. No one has the same
exact DNA. Even twins have different DNA.
Okay, so when they came out with this, check your DNA, find out your history.
Yeah, that shit is a fucking database.
Y'all don't even wonder where the information go after you send it in.
Right.
I'm curious.
I don't do that. Like
black market people coming up missing.
Now maybe the Ancestry.com might work a little bit as far as figuring out
it's a database.
Yeah, it's a database.
It's a database, but it is a database that you probably need to know.
Everything you tap into with your blood, your fingerprint.
Yep.
Your
face print.
For them to find you more easy.
Every time we making a video right now, we on cameras. Everybody want to be on cameras, but they tracking all the cameras. They can do a facial search of me.
I'm not talking about facial searching. I'm thinking like when they have people's DNA like that, and you got like this rich white motherfucker somewhere in fucking Czechoslovakia that needs a new kidney. So they looking in this database and they're like, oh, this motherfucker right here got the exact match of you. And then all of a sudden this motherfucker gets killed by the cops or ends up dead in a car wreck, or he's a organ donor, and this it's so
if it's that serious, then Czech don't want to be a organ donor. If you feel like
it don't matter.
It's not even about
the
that.
point.
It's about you want to be curious, and they put out all these fallacies for you to say, oh, I'm curious to find out too what I am.
Exactly.
And they are matching you up for the next killer.
I'm gonna live my life. Don't nobody want shit inside me.
Right.
I smoke too much. I drink too much. You don't want nothing of me.
You know how much melanin is worth on the black market? You still a black man.
Especially if you
I don't care what it's worth. You don't want nothing up out of me.
Oh yeah, you super black.
You know what I'm saying?
Tall.
When you get up in here, you gonna be like, man, we wasted all this money trying to get this shit right here.
You trying
gonna be mad.
The motherfucker. Kidneys don't work.
Yeah.
They just get rid of what they don't want.
Yeah.
You seen Get Out.
Hey.
Right, it's the melanin.
Yeah, you seen Get Out. They don't
Is something burning?
need the body. They need the organ.
I smell something burning.
Oh, that's up in this song.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like to smell the burning items.
Yeah, that's just looking. All right, so if they come, I feel like if they coming for you, I'm pretty sure they know your DNA by now.
Not even about coming for you. It's about
if the right person died or need a kidney and you got it, they gonna get it.
Basically. That's just an example, though.
Another Oprah story about how our DNA saved humanity, and we didn't even know. And 100 years later, we're trying to get our money for it. So
we still trying to get 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah, that's low on the list.
Are we trying to still get that?
Are we trying?
You think I would?
Yeah, you're right. Are we trying, or we just kind of bring it up every now and then?
And is it a literal 40 acres a mule or a metaphorical? Because I don't care. Just really need a mule.
I think they gave us free money. That was our 40 acres and a mule.
I don't think it's free.
Government assistance was our 40 acres and a mule.
That's our money, shit.
All right. Right. Another thing. A couple weeks ago, we hadn't been doing shows as often as we should have, just because different things, weather related, all that stuff keep going on. New baby, all that. So. The other thing I wanted to bring it up was a few weeks ago, they was trying to basically investigate what happened at the Capitol, how they did the riot and stuff like that. And they was like, hey, we're going to bring an independent group in to investigate what was going on. And they basically was going to vote on it. Mm-hmm. The Republicans voted it down. And now a lot of the stories are beginning to come out because if they would have went to trial, people would have actually got to tell their story. You know what I'm saying? So it came out that there was a black officer there, and the people that were there were calling him the N-word and threatening to kill him, and they got videos and stuff on it. So they voted to not go to trial so the evidence wouldn't come to the light. And that's another instance of how they willing to do whatever it takes, and we really just chilling. Right. You know, we out here, we boosting our careers, we working, we making money, we we living life, but it's like, well, look at them. What are they up to? Like, you got to know who your enemy is, right?
I know your enemy better than you know yourself.
I don't know. It's just what my mind meant at, because I know like they it's still a lot of them against us.
It's the computer errors.
And before Trump, you know, they was really just hiding. They wasn't just openly racist.
That was the best.
But when he came through,
that was the best thing about Trump's presidency. You can see motherfuckers that came out and showed who they really are.
Exactly. Which is why that's a good thing when you think about who got elected. You need to know who you're against.
Look, I've said this many times. I actually respect motherfuckers that come out. You don't like niggas? Cool.
Yeah, say that.
Cool. I can move accordingly from there.
What?
Yeah.
What happened to being cordial?
Being humane.
Yeah. I can move accordingly from there. You don't like me, I don't have to do nothing.
They got
with
real disrespectful with Trump.
Right. With the right people. With the right people.
But you never knew who. But you would have never knew a lot of them was there.
I didn't say none of those words, sweetheart. Okay. What I said was, I respect you because if your thing is you don't like black people,
okay,
say that. Now we as black people don't have to deal with whoever this person is, but because we know this nigga don't give a fuck about us.
But before we get that far, it's a period where there's a time to educate.
Right.
Like, I feel like some people might be racist, but if you racist, come out, hey, let's have a conversation. Why are you racist? If that's how you feel and we agree to disagree, you can go on about your way. It is what it is. I ain't fucking with you and you ain't fucking with me.
Right.
But that's how you feel. Even if that's how you talk, if you was taught that from the day of birth, that's all you know, regardless of what anybody else tells you. That's all you know. And that's your truth. So you can get a bunch of different people together and everybody can disagree with you, but deep in your heart, you going to believe your own truth.
Right.
Unless you decide, well, what my mama taught me was wrong. What my daddy taught me was wrong. And then that forces you to do a self-check and become a better person. And a lot of people don't want to be better people like that.
Right.
They cool, they comfortable where they at.
Some people are just not good people.
That's correct.
That's the hardest pill to swallow.
How long does it take for you to have a moral scale to say, I'm going to treat black people humane?
Right.
Despite what you're taught. Because
some people are never get
it. We've been integrated for years. So let's come up to reality.
Some people just
want to.
No, they just want to hate, but some people will never get it.
Right.
And it's like, damn, like, look right in front of you. We playing sports together. We shopping together. We here, we there, and they just can't get it. They looking dead at it like, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. They think we tripping.
Right.
We think they tripping.
Right.
So who tripping? We know what's up. We like, come on, why everybody can't get along? Right. Give me a good reason why everybody can't get along, and they can't give you a good reason other than something happened to my grandpa 50 years ago. A black person might have slapped my grandpa for disrespecting his mama, but the fact that he slapped the grandpa is why we don't like each other. They don't get down to the root of stuff. It be simple stuff. So now they hate black people for the rest of their life because their grandpa taught them to, because he got into it with a black person.
You know what? It could be like the movie Hide and Seek, and white people got a secret pact with the devil for the fortune, and they gotta,
demons are real too.
It could be.
Demons are real too. Like, if you believe God, Jesus is real, you gotta believe demons is real. You can't take half of the story.
Right.
The world is balanced.
Right.
I'm just saying,
it's 50% water, it's 50% land.
Right.
It's the world is so balanced.
Right.
That's why when you got
that's not true. It's more water than there is land. But anyway,
we the land.
I'm just saying, let's not be out here spitting out fake facts on the legendary radio.
There's a balance, and there's a reason that there's more water. There are people there. People are made of water. We need water.
Exactly.
That's why there's more.
Exactly.
But if we went and drunk off all the water, it'd be 50-50.
You shut up, boy.
The rest of the water for us.
No, we don't want that.
It's so much, like, before we get up out of here, I would like to encourage people, learn about the world, study the world, figure out why different parts of the world are the way they are. Like, I learned about Antarctica and how the water filters the entire world and basically supplies all of us with a lot of oxygen and stuff we get throughout the world. Like, I learned that. Like, so if I can take some time to learn something, because I really don't be budging on the shit I already know. I'm pretty much, that's all I really say. Get out there and learn something. Figure out what these senators are. They be up at midnight doing all this Senate shit for a reason, and it be because it be a stupid shit like him talking about moving the moon. But we be at the club and they on that bullshit. We paying these people.
Right. We don't know about for like the global world. Like,
I agree.
That's really what they're fighting for, to go to this big conference for the world and fight for what we do for just, the environment. We're not even knowing we supposed to be fighting for our environment. You don't start knowing about that stuff until you got to vote and you get grown, because in school, they don't really teach you that.
Not even a little bit.
Teach you how to take the test.
Yeah.
That's about it.
They don't even really have to be, after a certain point in math, all that extra shit. If you ain't fucking with computers, you really don't be needing to know all that extra shit. Like
after algebra 2, you good.
If you gonna get
if you don't take geometry,
you take algebra 2 after geometry.
Oh, okay.
Now,
I don't know.
I
took calculus. I mean, I went all the way up to calculus. I took algebra 2 in like 8th grade.
If you paid attention in math, though,
I'm good with math. Bitch, I do numbers.
So what? So what?
She been waiting to say that. She been waiting to say that. Well, I'm glad you got it out.
Thank you. Continue, Boris. I apologize.
But learn something. If you're gonna be going further in math and you want to get into computers and stuff like that, that's really what you needed. But teach people taxes in high school, stuff that they gonna actually need, because there's be a lot of people fucking up their taxes. It'd be a lot of people fucking up your taxes, and you don't know they fucking up your taxes.
They don't even want you to know about taxes.
Yeah,
that's why I do my own. They barely
want you to know about banking.
They barely don't want us to learn how to read. If they could, if they could keep us from reading, still they would.
So
you have
state is on a different.
You have to use what they give you against them.
Right.
Like, you got books in the library and you got the internet. A lot of people gonna go straight to the internet. Sometimes you gotta get to a book.
But can you trust the internet now, though?
That's why you gotta get to the book.
But then you can't trust the book, because sometimes that shit outdated.
Right. And it's written by who?
The winners. History is written by winners.
So when you figure out who rated it,
you got to become a winner to tell a story.
A lot of people will see who wrote a story and read a little bit about them. Read into that person's life. You got to figure out why they made the decisions they made, because a lot of people got dirt on their record.
Everybody got dirt.
But so when you read something, you can't be like, I can't trust that source because they did this and this. What else did they do?
Dirt matter after a while. You just sweep it under the mat after so much money is made. You just
not the rug. She said the mat.
Yeah.
God damn it! I visually got the gym mat from PE.
And the dust from up under the bleachers.
I used to hate that shit. Ooh.
So educate yourselves, man. I want to say I appreciate everybody coming through. I know Nancy knows they talk much. Anything you want to say?
You want to say a couple
things. Two words that a lot of people don't listen to is political theater. They make you scared, make you seem like all this stuff is bad. There's a lot of people didn't like Trump, right? Let me be honest with you. They didn't like him, so they thought he was racist. I can ask 100 people what Trump did to say that it was racist. A lot of people can't say nothing.
You gotta ask somebody.
But Biden, he got many videos saying that he don't like black people.
Man.
He's 85.
That's not an excuse. That's saying he grew up in a certain era.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
But my thing is, like I said, you can ask 100 people what Trump said that was racist. You can't get an answer, but Biden, you can get 100 answers, and he
hold on, bro.
Okay.
Trump didn't have to say anything.
I don't fuck with Biden.
You can look at
Trump.
No.
He was straight out there.
If you want to know what type of person Trump is, go look at his record. Look at the way he treated black people. Look at how he signed up for businesses and didn't pay people and left them building whole buildings for him with no income, and how many families lost their homes because they didn't get paid by Trump. Like, you
Trump
can, it's one thing to not like a certain people, but you sit up here ruining people, not liking them and ruin their lives at once.
Trump was faking it too.
I'm cool with somebody not liking me, but you ain't gonna not like me and ruin my life.
10 years ago, you had people hitting his name and songs, taking pictures from the black people all over.
That's a money play.
No.
That was a money play
because he could show his true colors right there. We just because he became president and he wasn't a politician. Now we making excuses. Oh, he racist. Everything I heard about him that was bad came from the media. It wasn't true. You can go look it up. Tell me something that was true.
Grab her by the pussy. That's
right.
just
Hey,
that's
yo.
just
No.
that out there.
So
he didn't say that.
Who got it to
He
get
said,
grabbed up?
Okay.
if you have money,
Who got it to get grabbed up?
you can be able to do that because
He
women
spoke
will
out
let
for
you do
every
that.
man. That's why
I'm not gonna lie.
like, I agree. I grabbed about the pussy.
I never was agree with that.
No,
but I'm just saying that
what
if
it
you
is
have money, women will throw themselves at you.
You look at
Oh
this.
my gosh.
Even
That
if
is
so,
true.
what I
That's
say
not a
is,
lie at all. That's completely true.
what I say is, look at the way he treats people.
Thank you.
You can look at color, but and look at what he's. Don't worry about what he ain't got to say. He can say nothing at all. But for him to do people the way he did and ruin families that they homeless now. You ever wonder why some people are homeless? Some people are homeless because of what Trump did to them.
I give you all the info about all the stuff y'all saying that's not true. And
Okay, so
matter of fact, CNN had a reporter admit that they made up fake stories to make him look like a bad guy.
I will get you. I will get you the story.
I will get you the information too.
I
don't have time. Look, my thing is, I'm not gonna lie to my own black people who says that police are out to hunt us, but only 250 get killed a year. Most of them are justified. A lot of them you can see on YouTube right now showing that the black people are pulling out weapons at the police and getting shot. They'll show you how they pulled it out and got shot. There's all the evidence you can look up, but people won't look at the news.
There's more white people that get killed by the
look at the news and say, "Oh, the news right, the news right, the news right."
The problem,
you gotta look it up.
The problem is not that they're killing black people only. That's not the problem. The problem is they're killing us, and we have no reason to be killed.
I just told you can look online right now and they're pulling out weapons at the.
That's understandable. But why am I running from you if you don't have your gun drawn on me?
Hold on, I just told you they pulled a weapon out and they have to defend themselves and shoot that person. How am I lying about that? You can clearly see it. Everybody want to get mad at that. Was that Brian girl that had a knife about to stab the girl and he shot? He should have shot her. No, the girl about to get killed.
No, I understood. She was about to stab somebody else. The cop walked up. He saw the situation and he made a decision.
I think certain things are
there's nothing wrong with that.
But how many
people
say another black person targeted? They trying to kill all of us.
No. Look, in that situation, he had to make a decision, and so that's where the judge shows compassion because he had to make a decision.
For like 30 minutes.
He had to make a decision at that time.
No, I'm just.
He didn't shoot that girl because she was black. He shot her because she was a threat to somebody else, and he didn't know. Like, you gotta save, even if it costs a life, you have to save a life. Your job is to save a life first.
But you just accused the police of already having their weapons drawn at black people. Which are you lying about?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying somebody already had their gun out.
The brothers McMullen.
Somebody had their gun out.
Somebody had their gun out. This man was trying.
Who are you blaming?
It ain't nothing wrong with having your gun out. He tried to hit you with his car. You better have your gun out. If he go into his car, you better have your gun out because you don't know what he did.
Between a police officer and a black person.
Okay, who the oldest?
He's the oldest. But what I'm saying is, if cops shooting at you and it's a situation where, like, a couple weeks ago, the guy got shot in the back of the head trying to get, basically trying to hit him with the car trying to get away. Yeah. Like, first off, you already trying to get away. They don't know what you got. Because if I'm trying to get away, I got my strap in my car with me already. I'm trying to get away and I'm ready to bust if I need to because y'all might shoot me first. Right. So if I'm on the other end and there's somebody else in the car, I don't know what you got.
Well, what is this thing coming from where every time police officers come, they just ready to shoot a black person?
I didn't say that. I never said that.
This is what I'm hearing right now. Because you say you don't know what's going on. You got to have it. For what? What?
That's what we trying to figure out.
No, that's what you trying to do is saying that, hey, we already is right. We can't be wrong because they're going to shoot us. We got to be ready at all times. No, like I said, it's only 250 people here out of all of us, right?
I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to speed home. When I get pulled over, the cop pulled me up with his hand, pulled me over and have his hand on his gun already when he walking up.
No. You think all of them do that? Do all of them do that? How many people you see?
I don't know what how many people you see?
See, look, but you trying to blame them from killing all of us when it's only about 250 a year.
Only one.
And most of them are justified. You can even look at them and see that they're
I'm not blaming.
That's a long time.
I'm not saying that the numbers are not construed. We're in the. If you look at all the numbers, there's more white people dying by cops than it is black people. That's just looking at the numbers.
Yep.
But when you look at the numbers, it's a whole lot of how they were killed. A lot of these white people are getting killed because they might be having mental issues or something like that. A lot of us are getting killed because we just trying to get away, or they just don't trust us. That's the reason a lot of us get away.
You really gonna say that they just don't trust us?
Well, the guy that got shot in the back of the head, he was trying to get away. He swerved trying to hit the cop because you got you are a threat to me. I'm trying to get away from you. I think it's ignorance because you're trying to get away from the cops and they all surrounding you already. It was a bad decision. Mm-hmm. Your bad decision just happened to cost you your life this time. Now others can get out there and march behind and do this, do that. It was your bad decision that got all these people marching because all you have to do was stay away. You got too many kids to be trying to get away. They don't know what you got in your car. In that instance right there, when you swerved and tried to hit the cop, now your car becomes a weapon.
Okay, now
you got a weapon. So I got a weapon. You want me to tase your car or shoot your car? I ain't never tased nobody's car.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Can tase the car, bro?
I'm trying to. How many bad situations happened that were like the police were wrong? How many of those situations that were wrong? How many can you count?
I don't keep up with the story.
Oh, but you can make up this whole narrative that the police are trying to kill black people all the time.
What I'm saying
that if you don't know the numbers,
I never said they trying to kill us all the time.
You just said, they don't trust us. You listen to the words you saying.
I am saying they don't trust us. I'm not saying that don't mean they kill us all the time. That means they don't trust us. If I tell Lovey I don't trust you, that don't mean I'm trying to kill Lovey all the time. That just mean I don't trust her.
But then again, why
that mean I gotta act differently around Lovey. I'm not gonna not deal with Lovey. It's just I gotta handle her a certain way. I'm not gonna try to kill her.
For the record, he doesn't want to kill me, and he does trust me.
I do not want to kill Lovey, and I trust her.
Just for the record.
But that's just the answer. Like I'm saying, they already on the edge.
Because, like I said, political theater, they make you scared. Because you can always feel a black person with fear.
Officers
before we close out here, it's not political theater. It's the fact that we were slaves for hundreds of years, and while we was out there in that field, we was getting bigger, faster, and stronger than them, and now we bigger, faster, and stronger than them, and they scared of us.
If we bigger, faster, and stronger, why we not building? We always complaining about 40 acres in the
That is what I say. So
we should complain, just build it. Why complain and say,
I'm going to close it out on this. The reason we not out there doing it is because that dream is something you'll have to work on, but you won't be able to live to see.
Okay, why do people that wasn't enslaved complain about it when they can build their own stuff today?
I'm saying that because if you look at...
even a slave, they owe us something.
I'm not saying they owe us nothing.
So build it.
Look at stuff like the Hoover Dam. When they started working on the Hoover Dam, they said this is going to take hundreds of years to build, which means the people who started building it wasn't going to live to see the end of it. But did they stop building? No, they was building towards something. So for what we want as far as equality in this economy, we need to start now because we probably not going to live to see it.
But you got LeBron, you got Puffy, you got all these rappers that's going to attack like, black people are getting attacked. Because you got a little school.
Why do you wait for the show to be over with to try to chime in? Goddamn.
He was trying to get his point in. He was trying to get his point in.
Bring that same energy.
What I will say is, I saw you trying to get your point.
What I'm saying is, we do have the power, but everybody has their own lives. I've been living my life all the way up to this point in my career, and you want me to stop what I'm doing, and fight for black power? I would love to fight for black power, but I got this mansion over here in this pool I don't work for. I want to enjoy my riches. I'll build a school for the kids.
What?
I'll do this. I'll do that. Them people want to enjoy their life. That's why they where they at.
Word.
Yeah, but
I got one question. Who gave you more black people in your whole
Listen, people.
That's money over purpose.
Listen, people. This is final thoughts. I hate to rush y'all off.
Oh,
okay. I have life-altering circumstances to tend to.
And we had a great show today. I think it was a lot of information out there today. You can always go back and watch it. Love the channel, subscribe to our YouTube, and you can watch the episode and do some of these. Look at me say some stuff and retract some of the shit I said because I just be on. Hey, my cup runneth empty right now. Hey, it is what it is. You can check me on it tomorrow. I'll research it. We'll get it back together. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. I'm fine with saying I'm wrong. I've accepted everything. So I fuck up all the time.
Players fuck up.
Any other? We got a couple gigs. Stay tuned on our Facebook pages because we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got pool parties and drip and dip and all that stuff. And Mystical coming through.
Yeah, Mystical.
What song he gonna perform? I
hope he performed Danger.
That's the one you want, huh?
That's what I'm being that hoe doing.
Tilly say get on the floor and the nigga really get on the floor. That's
I'm trying to see him. He's fine.
The nigga right here. So what else gonna be it? That's
I don't know, bro.
Is that at Chad's?
No, it's at Capri Lounge.
There we go. I don't have that's on Chimney Rock, right?
It's by V Live. So
is it on Chimney Rock? Be Black? Can you confirm?
it ain't on
I'm
Chimney
from the
Rock.
north side, bro. I don't know.
Oh,
It's not on Chimney Rock. It's like by Richmond. It's in that area, like West Hartford, Richmond area.
Bro, I'm from Fifth Ward.
All right, so around the corner from Chimney Rock.
I don't know.
you know, Lovey ain't from Houston.
Look, further down the road,
the main cross street.
further down the road, because it ain't to the 18th. Further down the road, we have an address for you.
Yeah, we're gonna get an address for you. Hey, my birthday on Tuesday.
Indeed.
I don't plan on doing nothing but just chilling and having a good and just relaxing. So I'll be turning 35.
Hey.
Shout out to all the kids who made it to the next grade. All my kids made it to the next grade, so they get their shout outs. If they didn't, I would have told y'all. Make sure y'all celebrate Juneteenth. Yeah, Juneteenth is coming up. Don't just sleep over that day. Stop and remember. There was a man named Abraham. And then study Abraham. Appreciate any y'all want to give out y'all tags before we get out of here?
As always, check me out on Wednesdays, 9:30 to 11 o'clock. Bar Babies Radio. That's at Bar Babies with a Z.
At Jam and the Crammer Thursdays and
that's wrong. That's wrong.
Yeah, Brittany Rogers on Facebook. Appreciate y'all tuning in. www.letter2jamradio.com. We out.